about a week ago, I did a poll on my Instagram, and for people that don't follow me but tune into the podcast, my Instagram is KingMalXX, KingMalXX. Follow me on there. I'm gonna do a lot more engaging on what I should do as far as my upcoming episodes and what topics that other people want to discuss on. So I did a poll, and the two episodes that I did the poll on was one, anxiety and isolation, two, pride and ego. And anxiety and isolation was voted more. So this is what I would get into now. Next segment, I would get into pride and ego. So yeah, this is Lil Mal. You listen to Mal in the District, man. Hope everybody's doing good, man. I'm doing hella good, feeling very, very I think sometimes in life, you kind of get your groove back. It's a lot of times we go in slumps and we go into, focusing on the wrong thing. So before I get into that segment, I just want to say I feel good right now. And I seen like a Future, I think Future, he had like an interview or something like that. He was just like, man, I got a lot of shit to work on. I'm going through a lot of shit, but for some reason, man, I'm just enjoying life. I just love life. I just feel good. And I think that's the type of, not saying I'm like Future or anything, but that feeling, I think that's what I'm going through right now. But anxiety and isolation, I'm a person that I don't feel as though I have a high rating anxiety, whether I do or if I don't, but I do feel like I deal with somewhat of anxiety, especially when you out here trying to put yourself out here into the world and you feel like you're being judged and you feel like, it's just a mess that you see within your two lenses. But sometimes they don't really be like that. Sometimes we got anxiety about things that don't even exist. And isolation, I can say I'm definitely a person that's isolated, even with or without anxiety. That's just who I am. I like to stay to myself. I don't like to be around a bunch of stuff. I don't like to be around nothing I grew up in. Like I like to move on and dictate my own pace and create my own world. So I can say somewhat I definitely do deal with both, which is anxiety and isolation. But it's other people that out here with anxiety for many other reasons. Some people are into, some people got anxiety because they into relationships. They in relationships that's violent, or you may have anxiety and cause you isolation if you lost somebody. I know I've been through things in life and I lost a lot of people in life, and that caused me to isolate as well. That caused me to, distance myself from a lot of people as well, because that loss just hurts so much. So some people are developing these things based on, different situations. Some people got mental health issues, deal with depression, low self-esteem, that often results into distancing yourself. Some people deal with these things because of where they located, where do they live, what's their environment, what they're living around, what they're going through, what they're seeing on a daily basis. Most people, got disabilities, so they got anxiety, they got isolation issues because, they deal with physical challenge that kind of reduces their individual ability to live a normal life. Some people got anxiety, isolation. I think this reason is just crazy to me. But some people got anxiety and isolation because of social media. They want to be, that dopamine from social media. We want instant gratification. We want, we want to be seen. We want to be heard. We want to be the most important thing at that moment, but on the internet. Which, I don't knock at nobody. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do, but it shouldn't get to the point where you're getting anxiety and you're causing yourself depression because of a virtual world. And some people, they deal with anxiety and isolation because, they may not have a career. They may not be in the career they want. They may not have a job. They may not have, much that a normal person may have. And, so it's different things that people go through that make them develop how they feel. And I would like to get somebody on here eventually, and we could talk about these topics over again with a guest. But I just had to dive into it personally myself because it was just something that people wanted to hear, and I wanted to get going. But yeah, like I feel like for me, I can, some of these reasons I just said, I could feel like a couple of these reasons is a reason why I deal with anxiety, like I said, such as loss of loved ones. My location probably caused me to isolate myself later on in life because where I grew up at, it teach you a lot of lessons if you're willing to learn. Later on in life, it caused me to isolate myself because I started to see like how people are in the world and how stuff be. And also I was kind of a slave to my old mindset. I was like, man, I was thinking like, no matter where I go in life, I'm bringing that old mindset with me from where I'm from and where I grew up in. So that caused me to isolate a lot. But, that's a part of it, and it's just a lot. It's a lot that people go through, and I feel like this is something that I'm glad I'm talking about because it's something that people don't even admit they go through. And there's different ways for all of us to handle this type of shit. Honestly, especially since COVID passed, I feel like a lot of us develop isolation, of course, and anxiety. Just off the strength of the whole world just got turned upside down. I think the best way to deal with your anxiety and your isolation is definitely writing things down. I was a big critic of that. I used to have a lot of people tell me, you need a journal, you need to write this down, da da da. I do music, so I always write anyway. But I never wrote about, like literally what's going on within me or sitting down trying to figure that out and without it being like on a beat or a rhyme. So that's definitely something I picked up on a little bit, and it's cool. I feel like we should talk to each other more. I feel like we should all just not just talk to anybody, but if you got close friends and y'all just got a friendship that's based on, talking about other people or just, whatever it may be, make sure that friendship is based on you talking to them about how you really feel and what you're really going through and what's really on your mind. I think we need to fuel our body. I think we need to exercise more, eat better. You know what I'm saying? Cut out a lot of processed shit, that can cause us to develop these traits as well. And be kind to yourself. Like be uplifting with yourself. Don't always beat yourself up or make yourself feel a certain way or put yourself down. Understand that you are your superhero. You know what I'm saying? Lift yourself up at all times, and whenever you can, just do it. Like think of yourself as the greatest person. Not trying to sound like a egotistic ass nigga, but like think of yourself as the greatest person in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like don't beat yourself down, especially when you already got thoughts of, isolation and anxiety anyway. You know what I'm saying? Allow yourself to feel everything you're going to as well, everything you're going through as well. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to block stuff off or be like, man, I feel a little sad. Man, I ain't fucking sad, man. Fuck that, man. I'm real nigga. I ain't about to be sad. Like, no, understand. Like, go through that. You know what I'm saying? Go through your feelings. Go through your courses of your emotions. Don't always try to, like, block that shit out as well. Yeah, I just feel like, and another thing, how we could prevent social isolation. Like, for me, like, I just think I'm to the point in my life where I'm not really pressed to hang around nobody, especially if you ain't, like, no close friend of mine, like, no brother of mine. Like, I'm not really going to go out my way to really just hang out with motherfuckers because I just got my own thing just going on. I'm just cool with that. But if you are dealing with, high risk anxiety, high risk isolating, and you really want to step out there, but you just so caught up in that, I feel like it's tactics that you can do that get you out of that. So, follow a routine. That's the best way I feel like you could be successful is just developing a routine, having a schedule, you know what I'm saying? Just making sure you very disciplined about your day and your week. So definitely having a routine to help you just not even with anxiety and isolation, it just help you in the long run overall on getting where you want to go. I feel like as a Gemini and as a person that grew up in certain environments, I have a high swing of emotions. Like I'm not the type of person that be good 1 second and just automatically get sad. Like it ain't like that. Like I'm not like no, not the. I'm not even gonna say that. Cause I was gonna say now no female shit, but there's a lot of people that's like, oh, what you mean? Why I gotta be female? So I'm just gonna leave that alone. But yeah, I feel like I have a high swing of emotion. Sometimes I may get in my own head and get in my own way, and that causes me to, just confuse myself because I'm thinking about things and worrying about things that technically not even there. They're just all in my mind. I'm just being too hard on myself. So, help me developing a schedule definitely helped me a lot in getting, just my life in order overall. Creating healthy habits. Living somewhere, change your living habit. You don't always have to settle for where you grew up at or where you was around. Sometimes you got to move far away. Sometimes you got to go up the road, go an hour away, 40 minutes away. You know what I'm saying? Make that commute for work or school for your kids, whatever, just to have yourself the most comfortable you could possibly be. And that's what's most important. And it's us being as comfortable as we could possibly be and us putting ourselves in the best position to help us physically and mentally we could possibly do, because no one is going to do it for us. No matter what, no one is going to do it for us. So definitely, changing your location and shit like that can definitely help with a lot of things because, we stressing about sometimes dealing with the same shit. And if we change shit change, but yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. I'm going to a quick music break. This Lil Mar, you listen to Mar in the District, nigga. Let's get it.
For me all day.
Hi, Blue.
Husband answer my phone calls. I don't know who you think you are, not to answer my phone calls. Like, honestly, like, when I called you and you asked me, like I'm bothering you or something. Yeah, man, I'm chilling, I'm smoking, like, you basically not doing.
Yeah, she like, can you hold me? I can't say no bitch, I'm not no goalie. Pass her to my brodies, that girl not a trophy. I remember everything you told me. V-Long denim jackets out here on my lonely. She like, can you hold me? I can't say no bitch, I'm not no goalie. Pass her to my brodies, that girl not a trophy. I remember everything you told me. V-Long denim jackets out here on my lonely. Yeah, you did to me, girl, I gotta burn you. Ain't had no legs, bitch, I would encourage you. You could act right, girl, I would merge you. We can have kids and let them inherit it. Been through so much shit, man, that nigga need therapy. Pray for the youth, man, I swear that they worry me. That bitch, she love me, but you try to swear me to fuck up your life. Just try to hurt me, it don't work like that. Niggas do dirt, get dirt done back. Don't run me, you get burnt like that. This real life, you get hurt like that. Sipping on this cold, they free my nigga Kobe. Flexing like I'm on protein. I remember everything that you ever told me. Yeah, I'm that nigga, rest in peace, Mac Miller. Got these broke bitches bitter, yeah. Watch the rich get richer, hating niggas never listen. Get the money, got it. She like, can you hold me? I can't say no bitch, I'm not no goalie. Pass her to my brodies, that girl not a trophy. I remember everything you told me. V-Long denim jackets out here on my lonely.
Me and my head to say low key. These niggas don't know me. Put that pride to the side. We can count some money. My OG blow OG. This shit just like therapy. She like, can you church me? All day I've been in the street. All these dead friends on me. This foreign got no keys. These bitches they bore me. Pass it, bro, they scoring. Counting to the morning. Remember these hoes whoring. Took off like it's Jordan. Nigga, I been going in. That shit is foreign. Took her like a Jordan. She got me going in. Put her in designer. She can make her mind up. Niggas shoot like KD. Add them to the lineup.
I can't say no bitch, I'm not no goalie.
Yo. That's a song, man. That's one of my records off my new album, Therapy, featuring my brother Diz, man. What's up, nigga? What it do? But yeah, back to the topic and what I'm talking about. I think just as you hear like my music and shit, I think finding your favorite activity, your favorite thing to do, your favorite thing that's your craft, something that you love that can help also with shit you go through. You know what I'm saying? I think music definitely helped me a lot in just expressing, and just sometimes I may find myself recording a song or writing a song and I'm just in the flow of things, just vibing. But whole time after the song over, after everything's done, I'm looking back like, damn, I'm speaking on shit I don't think I ever would have spoke about if I didn't have a craft or something I love to do. So I think finding something that you love to do, your craft, your favorite activity, whether it's music, sports, art, shit, I don't care if you playing fucking video games or you a professional motherfucking streamer, whatever you do, just find something that you love to do that can help you just keep your mind and your energy off the negative, you know. So getting into the flow of things and finding your favorite activity is definitely a big thing for all this shit. Engaging in cultural activities, like shit, go to a concert, like go out. Like sometimes we gotta step out, we gotta step outside our comfort zone, step outside our boundaries, you know. We gotta just go out there into the world and experience shit. Stop trying to hold ourselves back from so much shit. You know, and that's the anxiety and the isolation issue we also deal with by just us holding ourselves back, canceling on plans. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do this. Then when it's time to do it, I got so many people I know that do that shit. Like, and that's like, I hate that shit. And I'm a nigga, I may cancel. I may tell somebody, I'm going to go somewhere, I'm going to do this. But I probably, man, I ain't going to go. But that's just if I don't want to be in a certain type of environment. But if it's something that we all want to do and we want to do and you just back out of it, you just like, oh, no, like, it's just like, bro, we gotta live, like we gotta push forward, we gotta experience, you know what I'm saying? So challenge yourself, you know, challenge yourself always, and you can get out of this funk and out of this, I ain't gonna say out of it, but you can deal with your anxiety and isolation issues better if you just challenge yourself more. So, but yeah, man, I feel like I hope everybody, you know, is trying to deal with their issues. We all getting older, especially I'm born in 94, so all the 94 babies, we definitely getting older. We definitely going through things that we, you know, heard about. We want to ensure that life was going to challenge us with. So hopefully everybody doing something that can help themselves get out of, these moods, these situations, and having high anxiety and high isolation issues. And I know different people deal with different things. Some women deal with postpartum anxiety. Some niggas deal with trauma from their past. Some, older people deal with regret for how their life went. Some younger people deal with, I don't know. It's just different, so many different things. So I just feel like we all got to do what we got to do. We all got to understand each other and want better for each other. And we all got to speak up. Sometimes it get to the point where you may need professional help. You may need to go sit down with, a therapist and just vibe, you know what I'm saying? Get stuff off your chest, close some doors, Like I always say, life is like a book. You gotta look at certain things we go through as chapters. And this ain't nothing but a chapter, but just understanding what you're going through, understanding why you're going through what you're going through, understanding your anxiety, understanding why you to yourself, why you locking yourself back from the world. The first thing you could do is just look yourself in the mirror and acknowledge it, understand what you're going through, and just find ways around it. And, I think this segment, everything I'm not a professional or nothing like that, just to be FYI, I'm just going off of how I feel and what I think. So I hope this segment, help everybody in that sense, so, yeah, but, I'm definitely going to be more in tune and more open to, asking people what I should talk about, what I should get into, or what, they would like to hear, because I don't do this podcast to be like, I'm not doing this shit to be cool. I'm not doing this shit to like be the number one podcast dude in the world. I'm not like trying to be Joe Rogan, none of that shit. I'm just doing this because I feel like it's things that within my mind and the conversations I have with my close people that I would like to share with everybody else. So this just another form of expression for me. So I'm definitely gonna be more in tune and more engaged on what people want to hear and what people think about certain things that I'm thinking about talk about. So this was definitely a good talk for me. About anxiety and isolation, and I will get into pride and ego the next segment, and hopefully everybody enjoyed this. Hopefully everybody can subscribe to this shit and just follow me through all this, because I'm not doing nothing but giving everybody the real. So this Lord Maul, you listen to Lamar in the District, and I see y'all in the next one, man. Straight up, man.